highly regret doing this, but I scheduled a detail the day after we get back from vacation at the lake, and I'm still a little on vacation mode. But we have a little bit of motivation because you see behind me, I have a pile of boxes of shipments that came in over the last week that I need to unbox, and I think we might be able to actually use one or two of those items for this detail. So I think today what we're gonna do is we're gonna focus on maybe showing you a little bit of the before, unboxing some of our cool new products, hopefully they're cool, and then maybe showing you some of those products in use, and then the finished result. So for those of you that wanna know what's in the box, well, let's go ahead and unbox them.
Instead of me setting up the camera and doing a very prolonged unboxing, we're just gonna go ahead and do it this way. I've actually been very impressed with the results that I've seen of the Slim on my car. We are at 22 months and it looks like day one, no issues, no water spotting. So I figured because it's sweating, because it was super easy to apply, faster cure time, and I've been very impressed with the results. These both can work really well for kind of the 2+ year category of what I'm looking for from a ceramic. And we also picked up InnovaCart Rinseless and Coat shampoo with added probiotics, which we're not drinking it, folks. I don't understand what probiotics do when it comes to detailing products. What I like is that it has protection within it, so we can do a rinseless wash and add protection at the same time. So I really want to try this on my truck because the ceramic coating, we got some like weird things floating in there. Is that the probiotics? That is like a little chunky. Maybe it was just stuff sitting on the bottom. But either way, we've got some fun stuff. And then we also ordered another bottle of our Fine Lab black tire sealant. It was on sale, which normally when things are on sale, that means they're not selling as quickly as you would like. I don't know why. Because at 2 months, this looks fantastic on my car. So we're going to go ahead. Why did I put this all back in the box? We are unboxing Chelsea, one box down. So I just want to preface, I purchased and bought all of these products myself. I do get sent a ton of products for free, but because I am a YouTube channel where I am reviewing products, I just wanted to let you guys know I purchased all these with my own money. Now we're going to save these two for last. I know what's in them and I'm really excited. We'll get to these guys next. But when it comes to websites to purchase products from, I know a lot of you guys say, where should you go? And there's a lot of really great websites. You could go to the House of Rags. You could go to Car Supplies Warehouse. You could go to Autoality. I know AutoGeek was the place to go to years ago. I feel like AutoGeek and like maybe Detail Forge, some of those places, maybe they might have more OG products, some of your more classic brands. Detailed Image, I don't really know who owns them, but I do know is that their products come quickly, they're affordable, and they normally have really great savings. Autoality, you do have to purchase a membership, and even like they ask their members, like don't disclose prices because you know, they kind of want to keep that more exclusive to those who have purchased it. Whereas Detailed Image, you don't necessarily have to purchase a membership, but the more you buy, the better your discount rate is. You kind of like purchase into tiers, and the higher the tier, the more the savings. So I go with Detailed Image just because I don't want to, I already pay for Amazon Prime. I don't want to have to buy for Autoality, but they are great. I've used them in the past, but for me personally, I get just as much savings with Detailed Image without having to pay for a membership because I buy enough from them. I do have a coupon code for Detailed Image for those of you that want to try them out. I'm going to put it in the video link down below. But these are just kind of some of the more staples that I use here at my shop. And you can see everything comes really well packaged. So we just bought a bunch of Talco sprayers because I go through these like crazy. And I keep them here, guys. We've got kind of a bulk of sprayers. It's one of the things as detailers we go through a lot. People don't really talk about. And I've been using so many polishes lately that I needed to stock up. So these are 3 of the ones that I use the most here at my shop. Sol and One for kind of a good one-step paint enhancement. If I'm just doing a quick gloss enhancement for customers, not really looking for a ceramic spray coating or coating, I use 3D Speed to top it with like a Griot's Garage 3-in-1 ceramic sealant. This is one of the products that I use the most here at my shop. So when it comes to polishes and some of my favorites, Detailed Image is where I go. They carry a lot, they carry a lot of the most reputable brands. And you can see I'm running out of space here, guys. Fine Lab has sent me a ton of polishes from them. I'm almost out of this bottle. Almost out of this bottle. I probably should just condense or combine. And then even my 3D ones, they're almost empty. So definitely certain polishes that I never want to run out of. I think I maybe have that much left here. So you can see you got to have a variety of options when it comes to paint correction, because certain vehicles are going to respond better to certain polishes and etc. So, but those are some of the 3 tried and true that work the best for me. So that's detailed image. Next up, we've got a few products that I haven't worked with before, but I wanted to test them out. And today we're going to do that, right? So Suds Lab had sent me an entire lineup of their products that you can actually see right here. So they sent me, like, I can use a majority of these products for inside and out on a vehicle, but I don't have a soap. They do have a few soaps to choose from. They have even a ceramic soap that I have used in the past, and it's actually a pretty decent, nice hydrophobics, you know, decent cleaning, decent lubrication. But this is, oh my gosh, it's really well packaged. I can't get it out. Okay, and we do have some leakage. Yeah, some of the products like that, but it's okay. But this is their Extreme Conditions Wash. Powerful formula attacks stubborn dirt and grime. For cars, trucks, ATVs, and more. Safe to use on all exterior surfaces. Pour 4 to 5 ounces in a 5-gallon bucket of water and add 2 to 3 ounces into a foam cannon. Pre-rinse vehicle with water and apply soap with a wash mitt. So it looks like you can foam this on and then wash with it, but we got some leakage. All right, so next up, I actually don't remember what this is. You get these like impulsive shopping sprees, but then you forget what you ooh, okay, now I do remember. This is a mount for my foam cannons, because you can actually see the situation over here. I've been testing out some foam cannons, really enjoying the TDS ones. Okay, so I've got a mount here that I can put, let's say if I have this foam cannon here, I can mount it this way. I also have kind of just a typical cannon holder. And then over here, I normally hang my spray gun like this, okay? But if you want to, it looks like you can take this and connect it here, and then you can have your spray gun here, and then even your tip, put that there. So we've got just some options. I don't know if I'm gonna keep, I would actually prefer 1 for my spray gun and then 2 for my foam cannons. But I do like the fact that I have all of these kind of accessible. So what do you guys think? How should I kind of rig this up? Should I get another part like this and have 2 and then put this in the middle for the spray gun? Oh, and I know you guys have asked a lot have actually asked in the last couple videos. I don't know why. Some of you guys are extremely observant, but you've asked about the spray tip that I use for detailing. And this is actually the McKillans pressure tip. This is phenomenal. This was given to me actually by a customer, Ed Wallamoose. He sent this to me and I have loved using this. In fact, kind of sidebar, the reason why I ended up buying these tips was because I enjoyed this one so much. I wanted to kind of test out their 15, 25, 40, 50, and 60. So now, once we get this set up, we can have all of these. You know, we're going to do it from lowest to highest. But now we've got a cool place to put all of our McKillans tips and have them easily accessible. But we're going to go ahead and see how these tips compare or contrast to this one. This was like $27 by itself. This was a little cheaper for me to get these tips. So I'm kind of curious, how do they compare? And then I've seen every YouTuber using this spray gun that I kind of was jealous. Plus, it's brighter colored. I've been using the SGS 28 for years. And I mean, this thing has withstood me dropping it on the ground so much. It has been a worthwhile investment. But it is a little bit older. And I figured, let's go ahead and try something that maybe, oh my gosh, that feels a lot smoother. And then we also have 2 places here that we can put our spray tips or your foam cannon. When you're wanting to foam, I can't tell you how many times I have put this down and I forget where it is and I waste time trying to look for it. Yes, I can put it in my pocket sometimes, but then my pocket gets all wet because water drips out. So now I've got a really cool place to just kind of put this on while I'm foaming the entire vehicle down. But that actually feels really comfortable and smooth in comparison to this. But again, it's time. It is time. So we're going to go ahead and give ourselves a little upgrade and test this out. So these are the ones that I've been really excited about. And gosh dang it, it's Adam Zieren's fault. If there's one influencer that has influenced me the most, it's him. Drago's Detailing. And I saw this on his channel and it looked freaking awesome. This is the Batoca. I don't know if I'm saying that right. This is their like battery powered polisher. Okay. So, okay, we got a vanilla air freshener and a microfiber. We've got a cool bag. Then we've got some pads, 4 foam, 2 microfiber. Not sure if they're any good, but we'll see. All right, and then this cool beast right here. This is a battery powered polisher. I'm not even gonna charge it. All right, I just wanna kind of see what she feels like. Okay, she comes on instantly. Let's see, we're gonna start at 1. We got a battery meter right here. This thing is so freaking smooth. You could use this with one hand. It feels like I'm doing a little Star Wars action, like whoa. The design on this thing is so freaking awesome. Not a ton of ventilation, but honestly, like it doesn't feel like it needs it. You've got like so much speed coming off of it. This thing is so quiet. It is so comfortable. If you're just putting like a little bit of wax on, maybe you're doing like a C6 app polishing where you don't need a ton of aggression, or maybe you're just doing a quick gloss enhancement, I could see this being so great. Even maybe headliners or bonnet cleaning on the interior. Maybe we'll test this out on the interior to clean our seats, because you don't need anything super aggressive where you can burn the fabric. But you guys can see, I'm talking to you normally. This thing is so freaking quiet. This thing is so comfortable. Very smooth, very little vibration. That is freaking awesome. So it does come with a charger and 2 batteries, but I actually really dig this polisher. That is super cool. You can keep your batteries and everything stored right there. But this thing is such a piece of art that I think I want to display. I don't know if we're gonna love it. We're gonna test it out today, but I have high hopes for it. Maybe that this can replace the Car Shield polisher for me, to be able to have something that I can recommend to you guys. And I'll be honest with you guys, this was stupid cheap. Like, it was so ridiculously cheap that I was like, if this does work out, this would be fantastic to be able to link for those of you that maybe you're a beginner, or maybe you're just looking for an affordable polisher. But this one is just as cool as the battery powered polisher. All right, so we got an accessory service card. You deserve your deserves the right tool passion. That doesn't make sense. Your deserves the right tool passion. China, right? I don't, that doesn't make sense. You deserve the right. Okay, either way, moving on. My brain is broken. All right, so we've got, it looks like, these aren't even like hex pads. They're kind of cool. They're geometric. We've got 3 pads. So we've got a dense correcting pad, kind of a medium polishing, and then a light polishing. And these are just kind of cool little shapes. You can hold some of your polish, keep it more in the pad, away from the surface. They feel pretty decent. All right, so we've got a handle. Oh, wow, that feels a lot heavier than the other unit. Wow, that's got some weight to it. But look at this thing. Okay, this is, I would say maybe they're similar in weight. We'll put the specs up for you guys to be able to see, but we've got a really nice kind of vented backing plate. Most of them are going to have a little bit less ventilation, so that's actually a lot of ventilation. So we're going to go ahead, get this guy plugged in. I think long enough that we could do most of a half of a vehicle, okay? Most of a vehicle with one based on where your plug is at, all right? But it's not like super long, all right? I'm not going to say it's the longest cord ever. We do have, let's see, let's get this connected, and then does it look like it locks in? Yeah, we do have a lock mechanism right here. So that, oop, no, that didn't work. Push it in, turn to the right. Okay, so that's locked in. I'm gonna go ahead, turn this bad boy on. Start at 1. She's a little shaky. She's a little loud. It might benefit us to change the packing grease on this just to make it a little smoother, and we can toy around with that. We're going to use it as is for this detail just to kind of see. This looks like kind of like an iguana eye. It looks like it's staring at me. All right, we got our locking mechanism. It does have a good bit of vibration, and hopefully this is going to kind of be a good option for those of you that maybe you want to tiptoe into paint correction, or maybe you're just looking for something that's really fun to work with. Because personally, as a detailer, it gets boring working with the same, polishers day in and day out. And sometimes you want to have a little color. I think this is actually really cool, really hip. And if you have a shop and you want to display something that maybe just it's more enticing, more fun to work with, why not? I think the skin is actually a really cool idea, and I wish more polishers had an option that you could do something like this. I know they had like a camo one, and I want to think like a carbon fiber one, but for me, this is just really cool. I love it. I am a little bit of a frugal detailer. I love free stuff, but when it comes to the products that I purchase, I don't always go for the high-end, super expensive stuff. If you see me using that stuff, chances are it was sent to me for free. Because I'm always shopping around and trying to look for the best deal that gives me the best quality. So hopefully these reviews help you guys out to be able to get similar experiences and to know what's worth investing your money in. Because especially as this economy gets harder and harder, the dollar needs to stretch a little further. So just wanted to kind of let you guys know. $99, I want to think that polisher was like $70. I'll put the list of it up. But 2 very affordable options when it comes to polishers. So this is what that looks like now with this setup. We have my Ryobi automotive pressure washer on a shelf, and no, I do not have the cool setups that all the other YouTubers have, where we have the DI water and the hose reels and the pressure washer reels and all that. My water line is right there, so I don't have the option to do that, but I've loved actually having this here. It's lightweight. I can just store it here, put it down on the ground. I have my spray hose, my water line, they hang right here. And now we've got all of my foam cannons with their different mounts, spray guns, all the tips, even my lances, everything easily accessible. So this, I think, works really well to be able to get everything where it needs to be and give me the space without things falling on me. All right, so that is our 40-degree tip. I'm kind of see, how does that compare to this? I mean, is a tip a tip? I think it just comes down to your preference. We've got a rubberized tip. That way, if it's not secure and it pops off, less chance of it damaging the paint. But if you're looking for similar spray pattern, but this sprayer feels really nice and comfortable in my hand. Nice smooth angles, nothing that's kind of cutting me. Let's see if it handles the drop test. I mean, it can withstand a bang. Alrighty, let's get to work. This is a 6-inch backing plate. Thankfully, I do have a few 6-inch pads. Normally for a rotary. We got our fresh battery on here. We're gonna start it off at speed 1. I kind of want to see if this can do any correction. We're gonna go ahead. Let's see what happens. Alright, we are stalling a lot if I put any sort of downward pressure on it. So this is going to be solely for wax application. And I don't even know headliners. So if you're using maybe a Glossum wax, or you're just wanting to kind of brighten your paint, you're not looking to do a ton of correction, maybe just put a little bit of oil into it. This is speed 6. Okay, even on kind of a straight up and down, you come on any sort of body lines, see how it's kind of stalling. There we go, no pressure. Get on our body lines. We got a lot of stalling. It is not gonna be a powerful polisher. If I just kind of hold it, that's where I would say it's gonna excel. Okay, so that is our battery powered polisher. Not the worst, but not really for correction, more for gloss. Okay, now let's go ahead and see if this other polisher can actually correct. So considering our cord is not the longest, we're gonna use a Loctite extension cord. That should give us the extra space that we need. And when I say Loctite, I don't know if that's the official name for it. Then Pro-Lock, that's the name. It's not gonna come out unless I pull this down. So that's nice if you're working around a vehicle, it's not coming out, okay? That should give us more than enough territory to get around almost the entire vehicle. It's not a heavy cord. Sometimes they're a lot thicker and they're heavy and they fall. So we just gotta make sure that this stays on. So let's go ahead and get our 5-inch pad up and we'll get started.
So if you are a beginner looking to do a decent amount of correction to your vehicle, this polisher will actually get the job done. Now, I wouldn't say that it has minimal vibration. It does have a good bit of vibration. So I wouldn't say you want to use it heavily. There are other polishers out there that you're going to pay a lot more money for that are going to have reduced vibration. But if you're just looking to do a car occasionally here and there, I think this is actually the perfect polisher for that type of scenario. For someone like me who's using a polisher more frequently, this might be something that I might not want to lean heavily on, but every now and then, if I'm just doing a quick gloss enhancement, I think it's perfect.
Stop spinning very quickly too.
Now, it is a little bit of a louder polisher, as you can notice, but what I was most impressed about it is, one, very comfortable to use, and it actually was able to handle all of those funky body lines really well without stalling. Our backing plate spun very freely. Even when I pushed down on it, we were able to push through all those potential stall points. So very impressed with this polisher.
So we just did the quickest of gloss enhancements just to clean the paint a little bit more, maybe give us a little bit more gloss and shine. We did use a rinseless wash to wipe off all of our polish residue, but I still want to do a panel prep wipe just to make sure we are squeaky clean. We're gonna go ahead and shift gears and apply a ceramic spray coating. For those that maybe they don't want to invest as much into the protection of their vehicle, but they still want to put something on a little bit more durable, I think that's where a ceramic spray coating is perfect. So we're gonna be working with Immortal from Phoenix COD. Super easy to work with. 6-hour cure time versus a 12-hour cure time. So we can get this applied, let it sit overnight, customer can come pick it up in the morning, we're good to go. Way less effort, way less involvement with the application, but you're still gonna have really nice slickness, really nice hydrophobics, really nice chemical resistance, and really nice durability, far exceeding that of a wax or sealant. So for those of you that want something super easy, a lot more affordable, a lot easier to apply, this is a great option for you guys to consider. All right, so I do recommend taking the sprayers off after you're done applying it And on this silver car, it's gonna be really difficult for me to kind of show it to you guys on camera, but you can actually see the wetness with this ceramic. You can actually kind of see where you've applied it, where you haven't. But we're just gonna be really thorough, okay? We're gonna do this entire hood all at once and just kind of see where we land time-wise. 1 to 2 minute flash time based on the climate that you're working in. So if you're higher temps, more humid, you're gonna shorten that flash window. And you can see it does go on pretty wet, and I'm only doing kind of 1 spray on my applicator now that I've gotten it good and primed. And I know that this is really hard to show up on camera, especially a 1080p camera. But hopefully as I'm kind of going over the lights, if I'll go super slow, you can see a little bit of that rainbowing. If I step back, you can actually see where it looks more dry here, and like less dry, more wet, definitely more wet. So as we go, you can see more of that clear rainbowing, and as it's kind of starting to flash off and dry, that's when we'll know that it's ready for us to come ahead and level. 2 sprays for each section after we are primed. So while this is setting up, this is pretty much flashed off. You can see very clearly our rainbow. And we let it sit on there for like 2 minutes, and it is super easy. That's why for those of you that you're nervous about ceramic coatings and maybe you like, a little bit of the car therapy, putting something on more frequently, but you want something that's going to be more durable than a wax or sealant, ceramic spray coatings, man, they are the best of both worlds. Super easy to apply. I don't know why people would even want a wax or sealant when sometimes these ceramic spray coatings are so ridiculously easy to work with. You can see on our sunroof, hopefully it's showing up a little bit more. You can see that rainbowing very, very clearly. Over here you can see where about 50%, if not more of it, has flashed off. So we should be able to come in this section and go ahead and level. So you can see a little bit of a wet look. Second towel, crystal clear. No streaks, super easy. So we did this entire side, the trunk and the front grille. We let this sit, and it's pretty much like it's dried on there. And look how easy it is to level.
So I know this was a little bit of a unique unboxing where we immediately tested out the products to demonstrate what they were capable of. Clearly, these polishers are going to be a fun new addition to my shop, and we were able to get great results for this Toyota. For any of you guys who want to try out any of these products for yourself, we're going to put the affiliate links for them down below. If there's other products that you guys are curious about me testing out, let me know. We'll try to consider them for future videos. We've got some new unboxings coming up very soon and a possible giveaway. So make sure you guys subscribe and follow so that way you don't miss out on any of our future product reviews or videos. But thank you guys so much for watching, but we'll see you guys in the next detail.